Hey, welcome to this mini lecture. My name is Dino. It's on tech innovations in teaching. The focus of this video is to take a quick look at technology to enhance teaching. One technology is virtual teaching assistants, also known as the TA. One example is IBM's Jill Watson. Some of you may be familiar with IBM Watson. Jill Watson is Georgia Tech's chance at experimenting with a virtual TA built on the Jeopardy award-winning IBM Watson supercomputer platform. The virtual TA, in the sense that promotes discussion, it answers questions in a discussion forum alongside human teaching assistants. Students often can't distinguish among them, their professor says. As a person who teaches, now I'm getting scared. What are the benefits and future of virtual TAs? Some of the positives: they can help students get over hurdles they encounter in large or online courses where they may not get the assistance that they presently desire and require. In terms of next steps, the university is working next on developing virtual tutors, which says it could be viable in 2 to 5 years. These are all according to Marcus. So we'll see. Learning a language at RPI. Hello, Rensselaer. At Rensselaer, at RPI, there's a immersion lab. It has 15-foot walls and a 360-degree viewing angle. There's a projection system. It transports RPI language students to China virtually. It involves a chatbot. Students learn Mandarin Chinese by conversing with AI avatars that can recognize not only what they say, but their gestures and expressions, all against a computer-generated backdrop of Chinese street markets, restaurants, and other scenes. So that's all pretty exciting visually. Here's some of the reactions. One's a student one, one's an administrator one. According to Julian Wong, who's a student in the program's first group, before he did the experience with the language learning, he thought it would be cheesy. Hopefully he likes cheese. Afterwards, he found it's definitely more engaging because you're actively involved with what's going on, which I think that virtual environment, that immersive environment, probably helps with that. And RPI President Shirley Jackson, she talks about the idea of digital natives. The students enrolling in college now grew up in a digital environment. Why not use that to actually engage them? So that seems to be this endeavor seems to be a full attempt at doing that. And the results from this experiment is that immersion lab students mastered Mandarin about twice as fast as those in regular classrooms. Other AI and technology uses: student monitoring, which may frighten some of you, or benefit you, depending on how you view it. At ASU, AI is being used to watch for signs that online students might be struggling and to alert their academic advisors. According to Donna Kidwell, who's ASU's Ed Plus Digital Teaching and Learning Lab, she's the chief tech officer. If we could catch early signals, we could go to them much earlier and say, hey, you're still in the window to pass. So to sort of incentivize them continuing the class and working along. In terms of grading, SNHU is a university. It's in collaboration with Pearson, which I'm sure many of you know. It's a major educational publisher, and they're testing AI grading. In terms of writing, Barnes & Noble Education already has an AI grading tool called Bartleby Write. It is named for the clerk in the Herman Melville short story that corrects grammar, punctuation, and spelling, searches for plagiarism, and helps create citations. I'm curious to see how much better that might be than your typical one on like Microsoft Word. Teaching simulations. Slightly less sophisticated simulations in the Learning Lab are being used in schools of education where teacher trainees practice coping with simulated school children. Coping, hopefully they mean teaching. We'll see. Maybe it's teaching coping. And also augmented reality, AR. Engineering students at the University of Michigan use an augmented reality track to test AV and simulated traffic. So here's some questions and takeaways from all of these technologies and new initiatives. A flood is coming. It is nigh. New technology is definitely on the way in terms of learning environments. In terms of the market conditions, it seems that there's a great deal of investment at this point now. Who knows in the future, depending on how budgets go. In terms of dynamism, it's incredibly fluid. We don't know what's up quite yet. Experimentation. Any technology that's used in a classroom should be tested But who does the testing and who are the testees? Like, do we use students as quote unquote guinea pigs? In terms of training, is there interest in providing this training? I'm sure that there is from the post-secondary institutions. However, is there going to be an adequate budget? And then similarly, this is also like related to that budget to pay for trainers, but also to train them to be able to train properly, because just because there's technology, people might not have the background in teaching that, and then also leverage this technology. Also in terms of quality, is the teaching necessarily better with these technologies? That's something to be found out. And then in the long term, there's always the question, what will stay in terms of a technology that's ongoing, which will be very few of these things, and which will go, and that will be many, many more. My name is Dino. Thanks for watching. That's Tech Innovations in Teaching. Please feel free to like this video. Please feel free to comment on any of the on any of the issues raised. Do any of those sound promising? Do any of them seem more like hokum and bunk and not useful? And finally, before I ask you to subscribe, if you'd like to watch this type of content, or well, I'm going to say right now, if I had a teacher that looked like this guy, I'd be running for the hills. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day.